In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing episode 2 of season 2 of Chucky, titled The Sinners Are Much More Fun. Let me just get this out of the way. This season so far is really amazing to watch. Chucky more so isn't scary anymore. He's more comical, but he's more sarcastic also in a way. And it's great to see. The first season, not too bad. It takes place after the events of the Curse of Chucky and the Cult of Chucky, and it continues that story. And now this second season also continues from the first and the films. Now, the way this episode starts off is that Tiffany wakes up next to a bloody, severed head of the Tiffany doll that Andy killed in the beginning of the very first episode of this season. It's a nice homage to the Godfather horsehead scene, and I couldn't stop laughing, and it was absolutely phenomenal that they did that homage. So basically, Jennifer Tilly, or Tiffany for that matter, wakes up, makes breakfast, goes to a room, and we see Nika laying there. Tiffany wakes her up and basically says, "You kept me here for over a year. Why? What's happening?" And then Nika Chucky comes. Nika Chucky kind of tells Tiffany in a way like, "I'm going to kill you. You better be prepared for this. You don't know what's happening." And Tiffany herself, or who Tiffany thinks is Jennifer Tilly, is a little bit scared of Chucky because she doesn't know what he's capable of or how many there are of this, Chucky doll. Now, all the while, another funny scene is that while Tiffany is watching Nika, Tiffany is watching Jennifer Tilly from a scene from Liar Liar with Jim Carrey, and she's reciting that one scene over and over again. Nika's like, "How could you spend $100 million on a lavish lifestyle when you don't know how to do anything at all?" The front door rings, and it's a detective. This detective is kind of, in a way, looking for Nika and trying to figure out what's happening. Jennifer Tilly's like, okay, I don't know, shuts the door on his face. And then, she tells Nika, like, "Oh, Glenn and Glenda are coming for their birthday. I'm going to make some cake for them." Tiffany makes some cake. You think the front door, gate rings, and it's not. It's the detective once again. Jennifer Tilly kind of woos him. The detective comes in, and what do you think Tiffany does to the detective? Yep, that's what happens. So she's trying to quickly clean up, but then Glenn and Glenda show up. We don't really see them full force in this episode, but it's really fun to see. Now, not only that, at the School of Incarnate Lord, Jake, Devin, and Lexi meet the headmaster, Father Bryce, played by Devin Sawa, as well as Lexi's new roommate, Nadine, a new character in this show. The character of Nadine kind of is there because she's a kleptomaniac. She likes to steal a lot. The character of Nadine is absolutely great and funny, cute, but a little weird in a way, but played so well. Now, while that's happening, Lexi discovers that this bully that she had when she was younger, Trevor, is there also. She confronts him, and Trevor's like, "I'm not the same person I was anymore, but maybe peace be with you." And Lexi's like, "What the hell's the matter with this kid?" And it's just great. And meanwhile, if you remember at the end of the first episode of this season, a package arrived to the Incarnate Lord, and it was a Chucky doll package. The reason it came is because the nuns are taking donations for a toy drive for the Christmas holiday, and the older nun takes it, opens it up, tries to figure out what's going on. She's writing some letters or little notes, and the Chucky doll keeps falling over, and then the Chucky doll surprises her. She has a heart attack. Chucky's like, "Oh, you died of a heart attack because of me? I'm flattered." And he's like, "Wanna pray?" So it's a nice play on words of "wanna play," which is really fun and great. And the interesting thing is that he takes photographs of everything. He takes a photograph of the nun, and he takes a photograph of Jake. Jake confronts him, and he escapes through the chimney. The Father Bryce comes in and is like, here's a holy Bible, read it, show it to me, whatever. But Father Bryce, in a way, knows the history between Jake, Devin, and Lexi. That's the interesting thing about it. And as they're walking away, Jake is like, "He kind of reminds me of my father." It's a nice play on because Devin Sawa played 2 roles in the first season. He played Jake's father and Jake's uncle. Not only that, there is a quote that Father Bryce says, the actor that Devon Sawa plays, and I thought it was great because I've seen this movie. He says, "Idle hands are the devil's work." I was like, "Idle hands? Oh, I remember that movie." Like, if you remember the '90s, you know Idle Hands, you know Devon Sawa with the, demonic hand that was killing everyone. He didn't know it. It was a nice little touch. I figured they threw that in there as an Easter egg, which I'm pretty sure they did. So while that's all going on, Lexi's freaking out. She doesn't know what to do or anything. So she's in her room. She pulls the dresser in front of the front door. She goes and snorts her little, snort, whatever the pills she's snorting. You see Nadine sleeping, and under the bed is Chucky. But Nadine kind of did mention that she's a kleptomaniac, and she's like, "Oh, the best things I steal are under the bed." You put two and two together, and holy shit. But this Chucky gets caught because he goes into the girl's bathroom. Jake and Devin follow. They do that, but they don't try. The Chucky doll doesn't try and kill them. So Jake and Devin take the Chucky doll hostage in a way. And they figure out that this Chucky doll is doing recon work. And he's more of a scout, trying to figure out what to do and everything. And it's also revealed that, they have to find out why this Chucky doll is doing it. Because we know that there's different Chucky dolls in this universe now, with Brad Dourif playing the same role over and over again. But there's one Chucky doing one thing, one Chucky doing another thing. And we don't know what that big plan is just yet, which is going to be really interesting. Now, not only that, it is also revealed that Nika and Chucky have formed an alliance to take down Tiffany and trying to figure out, trying to get everything done and, how to get Tiffany out of the way. So Nika and Chucky have formed an alliance now. So it's like, okay, what can happen now? I mean, this episode was pretty great and interesting and really fun. You had the Tiffany storyline, you had the Jake, Devin, and Lexi storyline. I do like how the setting is at the Incarnate Lord. And I like how they're afraid of the doll. But the people who work there, like Father Bryce or the sisters or the nuns or whoever you want to call them, and everybody else, are oblivious to this doll. But Chucky's going to wreak havoc. And is this the one that, which one's going to wreak havoc? Is it the actual Chucky doll, the real one? Or is it the other ones that are doing the recon work and for a certain reason? What that reason is, we don't know yet. It's going to be interesting to see what happens this season because, like I said, this is a fun season so far. And we're only in the second episode of the second season. I love the way everything is. The Chucky doll is so funny. It's just the way doing things and the mannerisms and stuff. It's fun. I have a great time watching this show because it's a little bit of scary horror, but more comedy thrown in there with dry humor, with the things that Chucky says, and it's fun. And how does Glenn and Glenda play a role in this? What's going to happen with that? And what is the pacing going to be for the rest of the season? It's going to be great to find out. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about episode 2 of season 2 of Chucky, titled "The Sinners Are Much More Fun." Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What do you think about the aspect of this one Chucky doing recon work, with everything happening with Nika and Chucky now, forming an alliance to take down Tiffany? How are Glenn and Glenda going to play a role in it? Whose side are they going to go on? And what do you think Jake, Devin, and Lexi are going to do? And do you think that there's more to this than we actually think? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked. And I'll see you all in the next review video. And be sure you tune in next week for my episode 3 season 2 review of Chucky, titled "Hail Mary."